Good day everyone. Today I will discuss the controversial issue about the retraction letter of Jose Rizal. The Rizal retraction letter is a document that allegedly states that Rizal withdrew or rejected his criticism against the Catholic Church. Before his execution on December 30, 1896, according to the letter, Rizal returned to the Catholic faith and apologized for his anti-church writings and actions. This issue became controversial because many historians and Filipinos questioned whether the retraction letter was authentic or not. Some believe Rizal truly signed the document before his death, while others argue that the letter was either fabricated or forced upon him. To better understand the issue, we must remember the context of Rizal's execution. Rizal was a Filipino nationalist, writer, and reformist who fought against Spanish abuses through his novels Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo. Because of his writings and influence, the Spanish government accused him of rebellion and sentenced him to death by firing squad in Bagumbayan, now known as Luneta. Now, let us examine the two sides of controversy. First, the arguments claiming that Rizal truly retracted. Supporters of the retraction say that several witnesses, including Spanish priests, confirmed that Rizal signed the document before his execution. They also point out that Rizal married Josephine Bracken in a Catholic ceremony shortly before he died, which they believe proves he returned to the Catholic faith. Historian Theodore Agustín accepted the possibility that Rizal retracted based on testimonies and church records presented during that time. On the other hand, many historians argue that Rizal did not retract. Historian Renato Constantino questioned the authenticity of the document and argued that there was insufficient evidence to fully prove that Rizal willingly signed it. Critics also point out inconsistencies in the handwriting and delayed public release of the original document, and the possibility that the Spanish authorities used the retraction to weaken Rizal's image as a national hero. Others believe that Rizal remained firm in his principles until death because his writings and actions consistently showed his dedication to reform the freedom. For my position, I believe that the issue of the Rizal retraction letter will probably remain controversial because there is evidence supporting both sides. However, I personally think that even if Rizal truly signed the retraction letter, it does not erase his contribution to Philippine history. His novels awakened Filipino nationalism and inspired many Filipino to fight for freedom and justice. Rizal's heroism should not only be judged by whether he retracted or not, but by the impact of his ideas, sacrifices, and love for the country. In conclusion, the Rizal retraction letter remains one of the most debated topics in Philippines history. Some historians believe Rizal returned to the Catholic Church before his death, while others strongly question the authenticity of the document. Despite the controversy, Rizal's role is awakening Filipino nationalists remains undeniable. Understanding this issue is important because it teaches us to analyze historical evidence carefully and to appreciate the complexity of history instead of accepting information blindly.